What's good, everybody? Thank you for stopping by to visit the channel for this upcoming game preview. If you want to stay updated in the world of college football, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and select all so you won't miss another video. So after an uneventful week 1, we jump right into a top 10 matchup between two traditional powers in LSU and Texas. Both teams took care of business in their respective week 1 matchup, and they are looking to notch a marquee win on their schedule. Without further ado, let's take a look at these two teams. LSU has been through a lot on offense. They had Matt Canada, who was known for his jet sweeps and pre-snap motion, but it wasn't a good fit for Ed Orgeron. Then they went with longtime assistant Steve Esminger, who improved their offense from a per-play standpoint, but the passing game was limited in production. They had their fair share of injuries on the offensive line last year as well, but they were able to close out the season strong, beating UCF in the Fiesta Bowl. Joe Burrow was up and down last year, but when he was on, he was solid. He has his top 5 receivers from last year, along with a new passing game coordinator in Joe Brady from the New Orleans Saints. Last week, Burrow threw for 5 touchdowns in one half against Georgia Southern and completed 85% of his passes. I know what you're thinking right now. Yes, that is a big deal. And to give an example, last year, Burrow couldn't complete more than 50% of his passes against FCS Southeastern Louisiana in the second game of the year. Now, if there is one side of the ball that is consistent for LSU, it is on defense. They got some dudes on that side of the ball, and they seem to reload every single year. Dave Aranda has fielded 3 straight top 10 defenses, and he adapts to his personnel better than any defensive coordinator in the country. No Devin White and Greedy Williams? No problem. They returned 12 out of their 14 top tacklers, which equals out to 70% of their returning production from the previous season. Now, if you want to find someone to watch, it's Grant Delpit. He will line up just about anywhere on the field, and he can wreck your offense if you don't account for him. I don't know if Texas is back yet, but I do know they are coming. When you sustain success year after year, that would be something I would call being back. When Texas was competing for Big 12 titles in the national championship hunt year after year, they had outstanding quarterback play with Vince Young and Colt McCoy. This year, Sam Ehlinger returns, and the kid is tough as nails. He also shows a willingness to make plays with his legs, as he was second on the team in rush attempts with 164. He will also utilize Colin Johnson and Devin Duvernay in 50-50 situations, and they will test LSU's secondary. Now, if there is a concern for Texas, it is the losses of senior leadership on defense. Todd Orlando will have to work his magic again this year, but they have been a consistent bunch over the years. They are still replacing their top 3 tacklers and 8 of the top 12. However, they have recruited extremely well on that side of the ball, and while they are young and inexperienced, the talent infusion is there. Caden Stearns and BJ Foster are studs at the safety position, and Jalen Green is manning one of the corner positions. Redshirt freshman Kobe Boyce had an off day against Louisiana Tech, but there are options at that position. Jeffrey McCullough is the long vet at linebacker, and he will provide leadership as a 5th-year player. The keys of the game is very simple. For Texas, they have to locate Grant Delpit. At all times, you have to account for that man, because if you don't, your best laid plans are going to go up in smoke. And for LSU, their corners are got to be ready for that physical battle against Texas's wide receivers. Colin Johnson and Devin Duvernay are big targets, so they have to be ready for those 50-50 battles against those big Texas wide receivers. So the spread has LSU as a 5.5-point favorite on the road. DKR will be rocking, as College Game Day will come into town for the first time since 2009. I'm quite certain the Texas fans have already pre-gamed for this one on Sunday morning, so they'll be ready with some liquid courage for this. LSU is built for games like this, and I don't think Joe Burrow's game last week was a fluke against Georgia Southern, and Ed Orgeron has a propensity of winning games like this. On the other side, Tom Herman thrives as an underdog. He is 13-2-1 against the spread as an underdog, and he has gone 10-6 outright in these games. These two coaches are master motivators, and they are great at what they do. This was a tough game for me to pick, but this quote from Clavon Chason may have put this over the top for me from The Advocate. And quote, "It's definitely going to be a good game next week. Obviously, I'm going against some people from the Texas area. The guys, they strongly believe they have a chance. I don't." Oh boy. He also went on to say, "I'm glad that we get to go against Ehlinger again. I don't really find him too much of a threat. Not taking a shot at him. In theory, you kind of did, but well, let's continue. but he uses his legs more than his arms. So just like in high school, he has a decent arm, but it's more about his legs. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Dang, cold-blooded. So the shots have been fired, and let those gunshots ring out. So in a tight physical battle, I'm gonna go with Texas to the score of 24-23. And to be quite honest with you, quote from Chason or not, I will probably regret doing this because I really feel LSU can win this game due to their experience on both sides of the ball. But I have to pick a winner, so I cannot wimp out on this one. And that's going to be a wrap for this game preview. Let me know what your thoughts are in the game in the comment section below. Give me your score prediction and also tell me why your respective team is going to win the game. I hope you enjoyed this video. All I ask is that you give it a like, and if you love college football as much as I do, hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated with the latest previews and the occasional highlights. Thank you for watching.